heavyweight wrestlers right now in college wrestling. And Devon Dawson, he's been fantastic as well. Let's let the big boys cook here, Coach.
And Dawson's a physical specimen. Not so much Josh Heindselman, but he's worked hard to put on weight and put on size. And he's got one speed, and that's fast forward. A lot of pulling and tugging, a lot of wearing his opponent down. There's going to be a lot of hand fighting in this match.
Early on, feeling each other out here.
Yeah, but those underhooks and those head pulls, they wear a guy down. That's what he's looking to do.
Dawson, 6'3". They have him listed at 285. Out of Brooklyn Park in Minnesota, by way of Pratt Community College.
Yeah, he was a JUCO national runner-up. Josh Heindselman, a two-time Oklahoma State champion.
Out of Piedmont for Heindselman. Heindselman had to adjust the headgear there a bit.
Those high leg attacks, they're going to get a little easier to get once you pulled on that opponent's head about 1,000 times. Circle and bounce him. Bring him down off his feet.
You can just hear, you can hear the headgear popping and the bodies popping off each other.
There you go. Keep pulling him down. When he comes up, attack that leg.
One minute left in this first period that has just been watching these two large individuals
go down. He comes up, high leg attack.
Take him down. Take him down.
Whoa.
Got out of it. You mentioned the impressive athletic nature of Dawson. Yep. He shows it there. Heindselman, by the way, is also listed at 285, 6'285".
It's distributed a bit differently, I would say.
That's a great way to categorize it.
I also represent that.
I felt that.
Oh, yes. Again, a pull and a tug and a high leg attack. They're going to become a lot more effective in the third period. You got a guy doing a little Ali, pulling on the guy's head, pulling on his opponent's head.
Last year, Heindselman, of course, burst onto the scene, putting up a 25-12 record, was 11-6 in dual action.
And think about that, Chris. He was 14-15 as a sophomore.
Yep.
So look at the improvement from a guy who wants to win, from a guy who's willing to work hard and he's willing to work smart.
Beat Josiah Hill of Little Rock. Going to get a timeout call here. They're going to look at the left hand, maybe a little blood for Dawson. And he took care of business against Josiah Hill of Little Rock, and then was absolutely dominant in the season opening dual win over Brian Caves of Central Michigan. Won that one 21-4. Sooners won that match 29-11.
You know, the interesting thing about this, who leads the Sooners in takedowns?
Is it Heindselman?
Heavyweight Josh Heindselman. Who leads the Sooners in tech balls?
Is it Josh Heindselman?
Heavyweight Josh Heindselman. People aren't going to be able to make fun of heavyweights anymore because of him. He doesn't want to be tied up in that over and under, although he will push and tug from there. So far, Dawson's continuing to wrestle hard in there, but he went down a little easier there, and there's going to be a score.
You go.
That's the result of all that pulling and tugging on him. And now he's not much of a rider, but he'll keep those legs driving. He'll wear you out, looking for that wrist. But look at driving with the feet, bringing him down again. That guy's carrying close to 285 pounds right now.
I watched Heindselman wrestle. I believe, Coach, it was the one match that you and I got to call together a couple of years ago. And in following his career, he's up 4-1 here with 48 seconds left in the second period. I think there could be a conversation to be had. Maybe one of the most improved athletes at Oklahoma through his time there. You see student athletes that come in across all sports, and they get better as time progresses.
Well, and that's the key. You have to want it. You have to commit yourself to excellence. You don't have to do bundles more, but even, how long does it take to run 2 or 3 miles?
Right.
A 24-minute, 8-minute mile at a time, that's 24 minutes out of a day, and yet what a huge difference it can mean in conditioning. You're in practice, wrestle hard during practice, do more, and that's what he does.
And he's up 4-1 here as we head to the third and final period. Heindselman looking to stay undefeated in dual action on the season.
Yeah, and if he can get a good breakdown here, seal up some riding time, then get back to work on your feet. Bumping right there. There's the bump. Get his weight on his head, get his weight on his hands.
Claimed the title at the Michigan State Open, the prestigious non-conference season event, early season event, I guess we could say, Coach.
Yep. Yeah, and here's the deal. He's not going to ride him like that in the first period because the guy's sharper. He'd burst up more, but a lot of that burst is gone because of the constant pressure of Josh Heindselman pulling and tugging and pushing.
Oh, they got a challenge brick that's been thrown.
Well, that's a good challenge because it's going to give their wrestler an opportunity to breathe and collect himself. I don't know what they're challenging. Maybe saying that he locked hands?
Yes, and it almost looked a little bit like old school UFC at one point because Heindselman had a hold of the hand of Dawson and was pulling it back a bit. I don't know if it was on purpose or if he was just grabbing for something, but we'll see. See if we can see it here.
I haven't had any UFC champions, but I have had a WWE champion of the world.
That's right.
His name was?
Jake Hager.
And his stage name was?
Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. No, this is a good opportunity. That's strategic right there. They're giving him an opportunity to breathe and collect himself because he's not out of the match in terms of score, but he was out of the match had they not taken that break.
Here we go. Yeah, no locked hands. Calling that was confirmed.
I'm not sure they even thought there was locked hands.
But it was a beautiful opportunity for Devon Dawson to get a little bit of air here.
A strategic pause.
Challenge.
Now look at the difference in him right now, but keep pulling and tugging. He's not even doing like very technical stuff on top. He's just being tough. Pull, tug, drive, push.
There's the escape point. 4-2 in the final minute. Boy, you chose this as the match of the day, and it has definitely lived up to the hype.
Well, there's a lot of action here, if not a lot of scoring, but most of it is Josh working his opponent.
Good defense there from Heindselman.
Yeah, he's got good stance. It's hard to get past his head. It's hard to get past his hands.
Final 20 seconds. The riding time is in favor of Heindselman. 1:34 is where it's paused at for now. Final 10 seconds. Crowd erupts. Sooners have long been in control of a win today, but looking to add to it here.
A nice solid win. Yes, nice solid win by Josh Heindselman. Good way to close it out.
An incredible day for Oklahoma Sooner wrestling on a historic day. The first home meet for Roger